Good morning, afternoon, evening or nighttime, wherever and whenever you may be watching. Thanks for clicking. Today, I'm going to be talking about a whiff of waffle cone, which was released by the company Imaginary Authors. I want to say this fragrance was released about 2 months ago. It comes in their normal sizes, normal concentration eau de parfum, 2ml, 14ml, and then the full bottle 50ml. But it does come with a slightly different price tag, a bit lower. Normally, Imaginary Authors retail for like $95, and I think this one goes for $60, I want to say, for 50ml. And the reason being, you can hear that train, we'll let that run out. Where I'm from, there's literally one train every hour, and I've managed to catch it. Well done, Richard. Well done. Anyway, as I was saying about the price being a bit lower than their normal offerings, I think the reason being is this is a promotional fragrance. I think it's in limited quantities, but also it was made specifically for a shop in America called Salt and Straw, which is an ice cream shop. It's meant to smell like the inside of one of their stores. These are the new style boxes, which I think they've had now for probably going on a year. They come with a magnetic cap. You know that it's sealed because this little seal here, you have to break it to first open it, but then it's a magnetic cap, and inside sits the perfume, and a complimentary sample sits at the bottom as well. I got sun drunk this time around. Yeah, I don't think you get to pick it. You probably, when you order, you get to leave like a note. I think maybe you could request one. I don't know if they'll do that, but otherwise they just put in a random sample. The bottles, all 50ml bottles, are the same shape and obviously the same size, and then they just come with a different label on them, and conveniently the ingredients listed on the back of the bottle. And there's the spray, big spray. Getting straight into the smell, and why I think this is maybe one of Imaginary Authors' most artistic scents yet, and that's saying something. If you know the house, you know that they go for, you know, that they have imaginary notes in their fragrances. Like they've got things like oak barrels and sweet suspense. They've got these imaginary notes, and the imaginary note in this fragrance is ice cream shop. Now, the weird thing is, in the UK, ice cream shops always tend to be by the seaside, so it's hard to sort of, I don't know, imagine what an ice cream shop smells like without that smell of the beach coming through. Whereas I think in America and other countries, ice cream shops could be in the middle of a city, for instance. Why I think this is one of the most interesting perfumes they've released, and I haven't actually seen anyone else talking about this certain thing I'm getting in the opening. It's hard to describe exactly what I'm smelling, but as I said, it's meant to smell like an ice cream shop, and there's something, again, not in the notes, the smells it doesn't smell menthol, it doesn't smell like eucalyptus or menthol or things like that, and it doesn't smell like spearmint or mint. But in the opening, there's something in this fragrance which is given off like a cold smell. And I don't know whether they've done that knowingly. As I said, I haven't seen anyone else talking about it. But it smells almost cold, which is like ice cream, you know? It's frozen. Again, I don't want to put people off by saying that it just smells like this fresh, cold fragrance. It's weird. It doesn't smell like a fresh fragrance. It smells overall like a cozy and warm fragrance, but in the opening there's just something that's given off a slight menthol feeling without smelling like menthol. To quickly read through the notes of this fragrance, you've got vanilla, heavy cream, salted caramel, amyris, which I looked up, and I believe amyris is like a tree / flower that is going for it has that vanilla / woody, cedar wood, warming vibe, which I definitely can pick up from this. And then you've got, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, orgeat syrup, which is, again, I want to say like a vanilla or perhaps more almond smelling thing, and it's either made with rose water or occasionally orange blossom flower as well. And maybe that orange blossom, maybe it's that's giving it that sort of cold smell. Maybe. The other notes are Saigon cinnamon and the imaginary note ice cream shop. As the fragrance progresses, that freshness, that almost like cold smell that I think I can smell in the start definitely dies down, and then as it goes on, and to talk about longevity, some people have said this is quite fleeting. I don't find that. I reckon this lasts 6, maybe 7 hours. Definitely projects quite strongly for the first hour and a half to 2 hours. But yeah, as it goes on, that fresh coolness that I can smell, that dies down. And then some of the heavy hitters, some of the like deeper bass notes come through, like the cinnamon, like the vanilla. But it's not your typical sweet fragrance. I did watch another review on this, and they said after looking at the notes like vanilla and solid caramel and cinnamon and heavy cream, it's not what they expected. And I agree. But that being said, I'm glad it doesn't smell quite like anything I've ever smelled before. This, as I said, this fragrance, it could have gone in just a gimmicky direction. It could have smelled exactly like salted caramel. You know what I mean? And there are fragrances that already do that. Whereas this, there's something about it, like I said, it smells different. I think this is definitely something to check out if you're into perfume, if you're into smelling something that's a bit out there, but also it has that mass appeal effect. I think this is one to check out, guys. Whiff of Waffle Cone. Because of that freshness in the opening, that, again, freshness is the wrong word, because it smells mentally and slightly cold in the opening and then dries down into that sort of like it's more richer, soft spiciness. It resembles slightly, it reminds me of the fragrance that came before this, Telegramma, because there's like that very soft, spicy powderiness going on. It reminds me a touch of that, but this one is definitely in that sweeter vein. Get your nose on this one, guys. If you have, let me know in the comments what you think. That has been a Whiff of Waffle Cone. Thanks for watching. Peace.